Hey everybody, what's up? This is Justin and
Joey.
How you guys doing today? This is episode number 12 where we recap episodes number 9 and episodes number 10. Episode number 9 was Frank Slaughter. Episode number 10 was What's Next for DK. So, Joey, let's talk about it. How do you feel about episode number 9, Frank Slaughter? Let's start with that one.
I truly loved it. I'm so happy that my cousin was able to come on and share his story and talk about the positive aspects of someone who is overseeing the inmates in the prisons.
Yeah. That was really cool to see that. I know for me, it was a big deal on a lot of different levels. I know Frank, which is crazy. I've known him longer than I've known you.
Yes.
We worship at the same church. He's a great guy. And then I think one day we were talking and you were telling me your story. You were like, yeah, I know my cousin worked at that.
Yeah.
And like, you're like, Sergeant Slaughter. I'm like, is his first name Frank? He was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, this is super crazy. Like, I know Frank. Like, Frank's a good guy. So it was really cool to see like just the firsthand experience of what God's been doing in your life through this Dreamcatchers process.
Yes.
Where he's just bringing people back around, like with Reverend Tom Mitchell, how you watched him preach. And
right.
then now you got your cousin / Sergeant Slaughter, who's this great man of God who literally came and visited you while you were incarcerated. So how do you feel about what's happening right now in your life when it comes to full circle moments? Because there's been a lot of them.
I feel amazing. I really feel God's presence, honestly. And it's not even so much of, a full circle to me. What makes me feel good is that I'm able to bring all these different people on this platform who are connected to me in my life and who've had a past and who are positively moving their lives along.
Yeah. It's just been crazy to watch. We often joke about just saying yes to stuff, right?
Right.
And I think with your yes, I don't think you thought, I know I didn't think that there would be this much overlap and connection through your yes and what's been happening. So let's dive into the episode a little bit. So
okay.
He shared a lot.
Yeah.
It was powerful. I think it's like the second or third most watched episode so far.
I believe so, yeah.
And I know he's a very big, proud cousin / brother / dad. Like, he's just a really good guy.
Yes.
So let's just talk about some of the stuff he talked about. So one of the things he really highlighted was the spiritual component and the spiritual aspect of what it is that inmates go through, people who are incarcerated go through. Mm-hmm. So what was your take on some of the stuff he shared from a spiritual standpoint, through a spiritual lens?
Well, it was good to hear that he was there promoting Jesus, right?
Yeah.
And just the fact that people were wanting his fruit that he was giving out, that they weren't 100% against it. And, the fact that they realized once they were out of there, like that man was on to something. And it was even more fulfilling to know that he runs into different people, as the years go on, and they're like, thank you. Thank you for giving me some keys to, better in myself and my family, right? So, I really appreciated that out of him. But I knew that that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring it to everybody else about what he actually was in there doing.
Yeah, that's really cool. I know another thing that jumped out to me was what's been really cool just about this whole process in general is like you think you know somebody and then you really get to know them.
Yeah.
So I thought it was absolutely hilarious that you didn't know he went to prison.
Absolutely didn't.
So what was that like for you when he shared that?
I mean, so the Frank that I know is the Frank that you know, and that's the Frank I've always known.
I knew he went to jail,
but I never knew that side of him because I don't even know how many years younger I am of him.
You're younger.
I'm a lot younger. So when they were running around, teenagers doing what they were doing, I was a baby.
Yeah.
So that's why that aspect of his life was able to just go right past me. Mm-hmm. Because by the time I was able to, identify who he was and things like that, he was who he is now.
Yeah. That's really cool. with that being said, do you feel like the fact that, I mean, you already knew he was powerful, he was like very effective in what it is that he
Yes.
did. Do you think that is one of the reasons why he was more impactful than most people who go into the system and they try to help out, they try to get things done? But do you think the fact that he went through the process, he experienced it, he knew he was actually talking about, not just from like a empathy knowledge, but like a head knowledge, for you understanding and seeing the impact of his life and his ministry, what do you feel like with what you've walked through and Dreamcatchers in general, how do you feel like that's going to be effective in those who we're going to begin to work with this summer and the fall? So what does that look like?
So you asked me two separate questions.
I did.
So the first, I want to touch on the first one. So the first one, I always feel when it comes to police in their own neighborhoods, and the same with the security at the prisons. He touched on how there were people that he knew from his neighborhood or other, because the city of Pittsburgh is small, so pretty much if you know one person, you tend to know a bunch of people that's connected to a bunch of people, right? And I feel like Frank was a well-known individual growing up. So, him being the security at the prison, he ran into a lot of people that he knew from the neighborhood, just from the city in general. And so it's different when, when you live that life, or when you know other people that live that life, when you grew up in that environment, so you can have more grace and mercy for those people. You know what I'm saying? And it always blows my mind how some people, when they get in those type of positions, they forget where they came from.
Yeah, that's true.
And they tend to want to mistreat people or belittle them, or just make it seem like, hey, you're not that far from being where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was very pleased to know that, he took that in consideration.
Yeah.
And he was human.
Yeah.
Right? And he was there for them. And, that's just very important. It's very important. Yeah. So now you asked me how I would implement that into, or how do I think that me going through what I went through would benefit me with the organization and being able to apply it to the events that we have coming up. Well, I feel like in the same token, I feel like I'm human, right? And I want to treat people the way that I want to be treated. So I want that grace and mercy, and that understanding. So I feel like that's what I have to give, because I've been there. And I know what it feels like. And I may not have been there for a long period of time, but I was there long enough. You know what I mean? So I understand. And I just want to be able to give that understanding to the mothers and the families that we bring aboard for Dreamcatchers.
Yeah, that's really good. And that's part of the reason why I thought it was important to bring you bring him on, but really for you to do this work is because you've been there, you've done that. And I talk about this idea of like testimony and like, I could do the work, but I feel like it's more powerful when you do it because you've been there, you've done that.
Right.
So is there anything else that you think we need to know or we need to highlight in that episode? Was there any other takeaways, any favorite moments, anything that was like, man, like that was the best part right there?
Well, favorite moments was when Frank was doing his voices, because he's hilarious.
He's a character.
He's hilarious for that. But I just felt like it was important. The message that he was given was important as far as, the strong taking care of the, I guess, to have the balance, the strong taking care of the weak, and the weak knowing that, acknowledging the fact that, hey, I am weak in this moment, so let me attach myself to someone who's stronger, who can help me navigate through this. And also, giving the advice of finding your spiritual ground, and I'm not saying that you can't be Muslim or Buddhist or whatever other, religion that you may try to attach yourself to, but there's only one God, and we all know that there's only one God. And like, what was the pastor's name that we had on here before?
Oh, Tom Mitchell.
Thank you, Pastor Tom. Exactly. Just like Pastor Tom said, that's the beginning.
Yeah.
That's the ground floor, is that we all agree that there is one God, and then we can move accordingly after that. We can start. That's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So find your spiritual grounding, right? And build off of that, because it's very important, because without God, we're nothing.
Yeah, that's good. Anything else with Frank?
No, but I thank you, cuz. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. You're awesome. We appreciate you. All right, so now we're going to transition to what we came to talk about.
Okay.
Is what's next for DK?
Absolutely.
So,
what's next for DK?
we've been working, and it's a summer of summers.
Yes.
So I'm going to pull up some stuff here.
Okay, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same.
As of today, when this episode drops, it's going to be, it is June 27th.
Yes.
2025.
Okay.
So in 2 nights.
Two nights. Yep.
It's going to
2
be
nights
ladies'
we're going to
night.
be. Yeah. Yep.
Let's talk about ladies' night.
I'm excited. Ladies' night normally consists of, mothers from the organization, and us giving them the opportunity to kick their feet up and let their hair down. Mm-hmm. Enjoy a night of pampering. Okay. What do we have planned?
So, I mean, I don't want to I don't know if we can advertise other
Well,
people's
then
stuff.
no.
Y'all gonna go to a comedy show?
Okay.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. That's all I'm allowed to say.
Okay.
You go to a comedy show, and at this comedy show, I'm praying for the food, the food is good.
Because if y'all only knew what we was talking about,
if you knew what we were talking about,
you would agree. Because I'm sure a lot of y'all been there.
Yeah.
They need to step their game up. However, they do bring good people.
They do.
And you get a belly a belly chuckle.
Okay. So. Not a belly grumble from the food, but a belly chuckle.
A belly chuckle, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what's going to happen there. And then next up, I'm just going to unlock my phone here.
I know, right? My phone keeps
going that.
Too.
It's like the only time you don't want the phone to lock. So then, not the weekend after, in 2 weeks, we're going to have Sunday Fun Day.
Yes.
On July 6th.
Yes.
So we've been talking about that more. What is Sunday Fun Day? We kind of talked about it a couple weeks ago on what's next, but let's kind of lock in a little bit more, tell people what to expect.
Sunday Fun Day is going to be a day that's going to be geared to the children. However, parents, you're more than welcome to join in the festivities. But yes, Sunday, Fun Day Sunday.
Oh, my bad. As if so.
No, it's Fun Day Sunday.
Fun Day Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday Fun Day.
Yes.
Fun Day comes on a Sunday.
Absolutely. That's what me and my family, we do on Sundays. We do a Fun Day Sunday where, long story short, we all do something. We take the kids to go do something, or we just spend time together, just to build and bond or whatnot. So back to what we're going to do for Fun Day Sunday is going to be water balloon fights for the children, because, our children don't do what we used to do.
Yeah.
We used to run around the neighborhood.
We did.
And we used to play green light, red light, yellow light, stop. Simon Says.
How to Go Seek.
Yes, all of that.
I'll stop right there.
I'll just listen. You didn't see my hand.
I did not see your hand.
But yes.
There's other games. Freeze Frog. You ever play Freeze Frog?
No.
That's with the football? Okay, you ever play 21 or 33?
Are these boys' games?
No, these are games that people play.
Oh, okay, I don't know what that is.
33 or 21 is a basketball game.
Mother May I played that.
You're still playing Mother May I.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. There's a lot of different games. The balloon situation, I'm excited about that. I just want to apologize right now.
Why?
I'm going to attempt to not throw the balloons at you too hard.
I mean, you can throw them at me. I'm cool.
All right.
Just don't throw them at my head.
See, that's the part.
That's where we draw the line.
I might have to get you a helmet. I was like, why's that girl? Where's that woman wearing a helmet? She's special. All right,
but
I'm sorry.
Listen. Feel free, because I'm coming for you too.
Okay.
So yes, we plan to have food for the.
There will be food.
Okay, a grill or some sort, right?
Yeah, we're gonna cook out. We're gonna make ethnic appropriate hot dogs.
Glizzies. I mean, that's what the kids call them. So yes, and hamburgers.
Yes, hamburgers.
Okay.
Potato salad.
Okay. Without
who's making
raisins.
Ugh. We are an urban ministry. There will not be raisins. Listen, if you have raisins for your potato salad, stop watching this podcast. No. Right.
So okay, all right. So yeah, so you know, that's what we plan to do. We just plan to have a good time.
Okay. There will be music. We talked about this. Maybe on the last podcast or maybe off camera, but you're going to teach some line dances, right?
Yes.
Okay. Which
The
ones?
electric slide.
Electric slide. What else?
Maybe the Cupid shuffle.
Cupid shuffle. What else?
That's where I'm gonna draw the line.
Okay, so we're not doing the percolator.
Absolutely not. I told you before, no.
Okay. All right, you gonna do boots on the ground to do what? Boots on the ground?
No.
Why not?
Because this is old school.
Okay, old school. So yeah, when you hear music around the corner at the park, come through, come see us. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Yes.
So let's move on to something that's
We'll be down at Penley. That's where we'll be.
That's what it's called?
Yes.
Penley. I just call it.
I mean, that's what we call it growing up.
Okay.
It has a name, but the name Penley.
If you know, you know.
Yes.
Meet us there.
Yes.
So, awesome. All right. So next up, I'm gonna get through this really efficiently. Is Serve Day 2025. And at the time of this recording, and as of today, I would like to say that we will not just be partnering by ourselves on Serve Day.
Right.
Drum roll, please. Tell us who we are partnering with.
We are partnering with my home church, Valley View Presbyterian. Shout out to Pastor Chad. Woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so excited you don't know what to say.
I know, right?
Yeah, so Serve Day is a national day of service projects, and we're going to be partnering with Valley View and other churches and ministries that I have relationship with, and you'll begin to have relationship with. And the goal is to get dream catchers really involved in the community. So we are focusing on single mothers who have been incarcerated or who are incarcerated, and their families. And one of the things that Joey has really shared in her heart as the leader of the organization is this idea of people not just consuming and receiving, but also giving back.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about why it's important for people to give back.
It's important for people to give back because this is a community, right? And like they said, it takes a village.
Yes.
Right? And that's what we want to create. We want to get back to that village. We no longer want to have neighbors not knowing each other. We no longer want to have your children running around and can't nobody say nothing to them when they acting fool, right?
Yeah, I got beat 2-3 times on the way home, and something was waiting for me when I got to the house.
So yes, we want that community. So if we could come cut your lawn, we could come clean up some garbage, we could come do whatever, and we want to teach the children how to give back to their community as well, because that's very important.
Yeah, it is. So be paying attention to that, because Serve Day happens when people say yes to service, and there's going to be opportunity on the website and through other avenues for you to volunteer. I really want to encourage you to do that. It's a good thing to do with your kids. I have 5-year-old twin daughters, and they understand the value of service. And I can even see at the age of 5 their character and how it shifted them. So I'm excited that you would even say yes to something like that, because a lot of nonprofits, especially when they're serving out, they're like, oh, we don't got time for that. We don't got time to be giving away. We need to consume. So
right.
I just really feel like this is going to be something that is going to continue to just catapult dream catchers into a different classification.
I mean, because what did Jesus do?
He served.
He served.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He served. He was a server, and he was the greatest servant of them all. All right, so we have Sunday, August 3rd. That's crazy. We're in August. How'd that happen? We have a 5K fundraiser.
5K, y'all, and I ain't talking about running.
Yes, so repeat after me. Say, I will raise $5,000.
$5,000. I had to be skeptical about what he was about to say, because we're on camera.
What does that even mean? That's messed up. Have I led you astray this far?
Absolutely not. And I don't even think that you would lead me astray, but it's like, what are you about to have me do next?
We talked about this in the production. We're going through the production.
I thought you might try to sneak something in.
I wasn't like a surprise event or something like that.
Exactly.
If it's a surprise, I wouldn't put it on camera.
Okay.
All right. So, but yeah, we're going to be raising money, and
yes,
part of the reason why we need to raise money is because you need money to do stuff.
Yes.
Right. So,
we need money to buy the water balloons.
Money to buy the water balloons. And at this point, we are putting our own money up.
Yes.
Like I put my money where my mouth is. You put your money where your mouth is. And we've been investing our time, our talent, our treasure into Dreamcatchers.
Yes.
And we are at the point where, August is coming, back to school is coming.
Yes.
A lot of different things, and there are things that we have planned. But you can't do nothing in this life without money.
Right.
You don't love money, right?
Right.
Money is not the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. And there are things that you can do with money. So we're going to begin to prepare you for that. We're putting up our own money, and we're at this point in the life of Dreamcatchers, as we've been getting it off the ground, we're going to need some fun. So yeah, we'll go for grants, we'll go for all of that.
Yes.
But we set the bar, not necessarily low, because $5,000 is a lot of money, right, for certain people, but it is a amount of money that can be reached if we all chip in a little bit. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit more, and we have
and every little bit counts.
Every little bit counts.
We're not setting like no amount that you have to donate.
Yeah.
Whatever you got. If it's $5, that's fine.
Yeah.
We're okay with that.
Yeah.
Now
I'm gonna say this: if you got $5,000,
hey,
and you want to give us $5,000, I'll take your money. I'll know what to do with it, right?
Yes, yes.
But yeah, so we just believe in that, and we believe in generosity, and that
we believe in our community, right? So we believe, like you were about to say, we believe in Dreamcatchers. So we need our community to also believe in Dreamcatchers too.
Yeah.
So not just by you donating your time, but also donating your money.
Yeah, yeah.
So that we can make this dream. I mean, it is a reality.
Yeah.
But make it a bigger reality, I guess.
Yeah, and support it. So one of the things I always say to people when I consult, when I help them figure out, is people vote two ways: with their attendance, with their feet, and with their wallets. So if you're showing up to something and supporting something, that actually means you're there.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you were actually say, okay, here's $20, here's $5,
Right.
I believe I'm going to not drink Starbucks today
Yeah.
in order for some kid's life to be changed.
Yep.
Right? So there is this idea of there's a direct correlation between where you spend your money and what you do in your life. You can't say you love something or you don't care about something if you don't support it financially.
Right.
Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So
Yep.
I think we've kind of hit it enough. I feel like a televangelist. Call the number at the bottom of the screen. All right, let's continue on. So we got four more events. Wait, 1, 2, 3. I can count. 3 more events after that. We got your oldest brother's your older brother's basketball game. But we did shift the date on that to
we did.
August 10th. And at the time of this recording here today, we think that's going to be set in stone. We're just trying to make sure we get our ducks in a row to provide the most quality experience.
Yes.
But let's talk about that and what's the reason for the basketball game and what's the outcome? What's going to happen after
So
that?
it's the William E. Hargrove basketball game tournament. So the reason that I chose basketball was because even though my brother played basketball and football, and he was known for both, but it's nice outside and everybody's going to be on a court hooping. So why not show love to one of his loves, which was basketball? My brother passed away in a tragic motorcycle accident about 15 years ago as of July 8th. So I would like to honor him, because he was a good guy. He was a loving father. He was a community man. A lot of people that come on to the show will contest to that, of his character. A friend of mine I was talking to last night when I brought that up, because we were celebrating someone who passed in her life. And she said, "Oh, I remember when your brother passed away. Man, it was the talk of the city." And it reaffirms to me how important he is to Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So we want to try to raise money. Well, not try to. We will.
Yeah.
We will raise money to make a scholarship in his name.
Yeah.
And that is the point of this basketball game, to honor him and to also honor someone who may need some fundage to attend school.
Yeah, yeah. For me, all of this is significant, and there are a lot of times in our conversations where, and I've said this to you, and I make no excuses about like my relationship with God, and like, if you Google me outside of here, you see that God is a really big deal to me. But I remember having a conversation with you, and I remember you talking about your brother multiple times since I met you. But I think it was a couple months ago where we had a conversation and like it shifted, and I remember connecting the dots. I said I felt like part of what's happening in your life is that you're finishing some of the stuff that I believe God set up for him to do, right? Like as a family, as a sister, it's biblical, right? Like there's family callings and different things like that. And I really believe like Dreamcatchers is an extension of what he would have been if he was here today. You know?
Absolutely.
And I think as I do my research, and it's so funny, I'm pretty sure I remember him playing up Kennard as a kid. I just think that this is going to be very good for you. And then what's really cool about it is that you got your family involved.
Yes,
so it's not just
yes,
you,
yes.
but
I
all
have
of
his
them.
children
Yeah,
involved
yeah.
and his wife. Yes,
Yeah.
And another sibling of mine. Yes, we're all coming together to make this happen, and
Yeah.
I'm so excited because they are so willing to be a part of this. And yes, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And we plan to do this every year, so it's just going to get better and better and better.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna look at the camera. If you knew that man and you say you got down with that man, you need to be at the basketball game.
Yes.
You know,
Come
we're taking
support.
names and numbers. We're gonna be reaching out. We're gonna be knocking on doors.
Yes.
And we want you to be a part of
Because we
that.
also need players.
Yes.
So, we will be putting out some information for people to be able to sign up if they want to play.
Exactly. And I think we're figuring out the format.
Yes.
But the young people and the old people will get a chance to be on the court.
Yes. We're going to have a young timers game and an old timers game.
Okay.
And we're going to have the winner of both those games face each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are the old
Yeah.
timers gonna get spotted like 20 points?
Oh, really?
I'm just saying.
Listen, no, we got some real players. Now, if it's the ballers that I'm trying to get,
Okay.
oh, it's gonna be a game to watch.
All right. Oh, we'll see what happens
Was
with
you
that
about to
one.
call me old head?
No, never. Not on camera, at least. All right, so let's continue on. So yeah, make sure you look out for that. Make sure you
Yes,
support. That
yes.
is the height of our summer. I
Yes.
believe that's our most significant event.
Right.
So we got two more we want to talk about. So on Sunday, August 17th, 2025, we have a back to school bash, and that back to school bash is a summit, and then it is also a backpack giveaway.
Yes.
And we want the kids that come to the summit to receive backpacks. And if you can't make it to the summit, we might have some extra stuff for you.
Right.
But I know a lot of what Dreamcatcher started out was with just you talking to me about this summit. I don't know if you
Yes.
remember. This is how this all started.
Yes.
He's like, I want to do a summit to get the young people and do all of
Yes.
that. And I'm like, well, like, who's going to speak at it? And then you start talking about it. And I was like, well, what are you going to do about it? And you're like, I mean, I don't really need to say anything, right? And then I put a microphone in your face, and here we are. You haven't
Here
stopped
we
talking
go.
since. So
Here we go.
all jokes aside. So, and then we talked about a lot of different things. And I remember one time talking to you, and you're like, yeah, like I want them to like hear about Jesus, and I'll probably get Pastor Chad to come in. And I was like, so like, is Dreamcatchers like a nonprofit or is it a ministry? You was like, man, it's a nonprofit. And then
Look
here
at
we
we
are.
now.
Look at you.
We're a ministry.
We're a ministry. So let's talk about the summit, what that's going to look like, or what you envision. It's still
Okay.
coming together. And then let's talk about the bags.
Okay, so in my mind, I would like to have a conference where we can have the children come out and basically discuss whatever it is that is on their minds, whether it be school, whether it be neighborhood situations, hygiene, boys, girls, anatomy, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever's on their mind, we can discuss it.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
go.
Oh, boy.
Right? Let's go. And
Yeah.
have other children be able to answer the questions and not just the adults.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this. My background is in youth and young adults ministry. And one of the things I used to help parents understand, and it was a heartbreaking message, but they had to understand it at the beginning of the school year. You are no longer the most influential person in your kid's life. Right. So I would always say, show me your kids' friends and I will show you your kids' future. So I think having something like a summit where things that need to be talked about, specifically with a healthy perspective, especially in this crazy world we live in,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important to do that. So we're going to get our list of speakers together. There'll be food. It's going to be great. There'll be games and all that. And then we have a backpack giveaway.
Yes.
So we haven't really talked about what's going in the bags.
No, but it's probably just going to be the general stuff that they
Okay.
need. Maybe pencils, paper, a couple
Yeah.
folders, erasers, stuff like that. Just general stuff.
Yeah, because that stuff is expensive.
Heck yeah.
It's very expensive.
Have you been to Staples?
I avoid that store. No, I have actually. I just went this week. I was like, what's going on in the world?
I had to ask the kids last year. I'm like, do you really need that?
Yeah.
What you going to do with that?
Well, I asked at Staples. I ain't even got them. I was like, do y'all take food stamps? I was like, I got stamps up in here because this is crazy how much you want for some notebooks. I was like, you can write on your hand like you used to do back in the day.
Yes.
And keep that information. So last event we want to talk about is a very special event on August 24th, Sunday, August 24th. And I got a reaction shot for you on this one. But you are writing a book.
Yes,
And
I am.
we're gonna have a title for you pretty soon.
Yes.
And it's gonna be pretty dope. So let's just talk about this book. Or
Go
you
ahead,
still
I'm
don't-
listening.
All right, cool. So, so this is for me, right? All
Mm-hmm.
of this stuff is really dope. But I think for me, this is like a personal project of mine for you.
Yes.
So we met. I said I really felt like I'm supposed to pull the gold out of your life
Yes.
and help you show it off to the rest of the world.
Yes.
Well, when you write a book, you do that. Right?
Yes.
And here we are in episode, I think this is episode 12.
I believe so.
This is episode 12. And like literally from 1 to now, you've written multiple books.
Yeah.
You just don't know it yet.
Yeah.
So it's like, how does this work? How does this process work? So we're going to take all of the content that's been created out of your journey with Dream Catchers, our conversations behind the scenes, your heart, and we're going to begin to create a book that's going to help people follow in the same path. So what's important is not only do you serve people well and you help people, but like Jesus, you equip people to do the work that you're doing. Right?
Yes.
And there are a lot of people, a lot of women specifically, single moms, who were incarcerated, who are incarcerated,
Yes.
who need to get access to what it is that you have. You're going to live a long time, right?
God willing.
Yeah, you're going to live a long time. That's what I believe. And I know like in 40 years from now, 120 years from now, 160, 250, I don't know if the planet will still be here, right? But if you go to somebody and somebody picks up that book, they'll still be impacted. So it's about you leaving legacy,
Yes.
about you leaving breadcrumbs for somebody who's coming behind you. So
Right.
Thank you for your yes to that. And we will have a working title pretty soon, but I'm really excited. How do you feel about that? Understanding kind of where I'm coming from. I know I just dropped that on you.
Yeah, you did.
So every
I'm
episode,
listening.
there's some stuff I drop on her. She has no idea what we're going to talk about. So now that you understand why, what do you think about that?
I think it's a great opportunity, right? And I believe in everything that you just said. I want to leave a mark. And I don't want my mark to just be something that was talked about. I want it to be a movement. I still want it to exist when I'm long gone. I want my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren, so on and so forth, to still be pushing dream catchers after I'm gone.
Yeah.
Because it's important. Again, we're trying to build a community.
Yeah.
And I want that community to exist forever.
Yeah.
As long as God wills for it to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And it will. Well, it will. I said to you, one day we were talking, I said, Dream Catchers is not something that's just, it's a movement.
Yes.
Right. And movements change economic structures. It changes families. It changes communities. We are here almost 2,000 years later because of a movement that is Jesus Christ and his church.
Yep.
It's been spotty the last 2,000 years. There's been some good, some bad, some ugly.
Right.
But he started something with people, and in that he gave it away. So you're just extending God's heartbeat for the earth.
Right.
So thank you for that. So
Yo, thanks. Thank
yeah,
you.
you're welcome. So
No, thank Jesus.
Yeah, thank Jesus, right? Exactly. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes.
Anything else you want to share with everybody before we wrap it up?
I just thank you guys for tuning in. As always, we love y'all, and we hope that we give off the vibe of, supporting us, because we want to support you guys.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for, is to support you.
Yeah.
If nothing else comes out of this, I just want somebody to say, hey, Dream Catchers really helped me.
Yeah.
Dream Catchers was there for me. They were there for my family. And I learned I was taught something.
Yeah.
You know, but other than that, I think we hit everything on the head.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
we're good to go.
We're good to go. And we'll see you the next episode, episode 13. I'm telling you what, if you know somebody that needs to be on this podcast, they need to get in touch with us now, because I'm telling you, yesterday's price is not today's price. And we get to the point where people are starting to ask about this podcast.
Yes.
And we're going to be getting some, I don't even want to say better guests, because all the guests are great.
Absolutely.
But there's going to come a day where we're going to be booked 3-4 weeks out.
Yeah.
And I'm
We'll
excited
stay
about that.
busy.
We'll stay busy. So especially as we shift into doing these events this summer, it's like now we got 2 babies, a podcast, and we got a business. I know how to handle 2 at the same time. You know, you got 2, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, but they didn't come at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's part of the other reason why we need your support, so we can begin to develop other people and bring other people on.
Yes.
So thank you guys. Go to dreamcatchers.org for more information, up-to-date information. Check out all of the social media stuff as well, and continue to share and support us, support the podcast.
Yes, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Yep. So we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for tuning in to episode number 12. I hope you enjoyed the recap. Just a friendly reminder, this Sunday will be Fun Day Sunday down at Penley Plaza. Bring your little ones out to enjoy some wholesome family fun time. I hope to see you guys there. For more information, check out thedreamcatchers.org.